Now I'd like to introduce Mayor Barrett. Tom is going to talk to us briefly today about a program near and dear to his heart, and one that's near and dear to all of our hearts too. Many of you have been supportive of the Earn and Learn program that Tom has been championing over many years, and has been tremendously successful. So to speak to us about that program for a couple minutes, Mayor Barrett. Welcome, Tom.
Thank you, Ted. Now that the elections are over, I can tell you a quick story that didn't appear in any of my commercials. July 18th, 1968. It was a very hot July morning, probably high 80s, low 90s. I was 14 years old at the time and didn't have anything to do. So I ran into a couple of buddies that I just graduated from middle school with. And we decided that we would go into the Times movie theater on Milwaukee's west side. Now, nothing wrong with that other than the fact that the Times movie theater was not opened at that time. And we went through a back door in the alley, and some of my classmates had been there numerous times earlier and caused some problems. While we were in there, we didn't really cause any problems, but as we were in there, when we weren't supposed to be there, the house lights went on, and we scurried out of the projection booth and started running. And that was the first time I remember being addressed by a Milwaukee police officer. And what he said, and I can tell you this because I remember the words, were, "Stop or I'll blow your head off." I was 14 years old at the time. I stopped immediately. They put us in the paddy wagon. They took us to the 3rd District Police Station, which was then at 47th and Belize. They called my mother. My mother, of course, didn't believe that her boy, Tommy, would be doing something wrong. And they said, "No, he's sitting here. Come down and get him." So I tell you that story because the key phrase in that story was, I didn't have anything to do. Again, I was 14 years old. I didn't have anything to do. So what did I do? I got together with my buddies and we got in trouble. That incident is the reason that I feel so passionate about the Earn and Learn program. Because you fast forward 46 years later, and there are still too many kids in this city who don't have anything to do in the summer. And every single person in this room, without exception, could tell me their first job and what it meant to them, who got them the job, whether they liked it or disliked it. And it taught you whether you wanted to do something or not do something. But it put you on the right track. And I've been here before, and I'll be here again, and this is very timely because of the presentation we're going to hear after this. If we want to reduce the crime in this city, we have to have a strong police force, and we do. We have to have a court system and a district attorney's office that works closely with us, probation and parole. But we've got to find positive outlets for these kids. We as adults have a moral obligation to create hope and opportunity in the lives of these young people, or we can't be surprised if they get in trouble. We can't be surprised. And so what we've tried to do, and we've been successful, 25,000 kids we've put to work since 2005. And as recently as this morning, I was walking through the UWM Union, and a young woman sitting at the computer said, "Mayor Barrett, thank you, I was part of your Earn and Learn program." And she's at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee right now. That's why this program is so important. Now, normally by this time of year, I've called probably half the people in this room asking you for money for this program. I've been a little distracted through last Tuesday, and so you still may get that phone call from me. But what I'm asking you today is whether you're a corporation or a foundation or an individual to go to the Earn and Learn site, city.milwaukee.gov/Earn and Learn, and be part of this. The city doesn't get a penny out of this. We're not looking for anything. What we're trying to do is to give the young people in this community an opportunity so they can get on the right track. This is, again, you're going to hear some dire statistics and some serious issues that we're going to be hearing about in 5 minutes. But I want to stem this before we get there. And one of the ways that we can do it, and there's no panacea, but one of the ways we can get there is make sure that our young people have positive things to do in the summer. So that's why I'm asking you for your help. That's why I will continue to bug you on this, because it's important. It's important for the future of this city. If we want to have businesses here, if we want individuals to stay here, we have to make sure that we're doing everything we can to give the kids a good start. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tom. It is a terrific program, and I think I know I happen to chair Summerfest as well, and we have a number of your students program participants down there. They're wonderful young people, and it's an important program for Milwaukee.